It's been a long road, but it all comes down to this. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, everybody. This may be one of the last episodes, if not the final episode, because nearly, over 100 episodes later, it all comes down to one final objective, which is to defeat the Elder Brain. And we have assembled our party that we're going to be going in with. We're going to be taking Gale. We need a great counterspeller and mage to sort of be a jack of all trades for us. We're going to take Wyll, one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite companions that we've played with. Really love his arc and just kind of him overall as a character. And then, of course, Lae'zel, an absolute menace on the battlefield, and she has a vested interest in the freeing of Orpheus. So that's kind of my rationale behind taking those three companions. We're going to walk through camp probably one last time, say goodbye to everybody who we're not taking with us. Duke Ravengard, Minsk, Shadowheart. Honestly, Shadowheart was the hardest one to decide to leave behind. It was either going to be her or Wyll. But I just like Wyll too much as a character to leave her behind. We're saying goodbye to Withers, and we're saying goodbye to Astarion. Saying goodbye to Volo, to Jaheira, and to Karlach. Karlach was also a very hard decision to leave behind. There's so many good companions. I wish I could take more, but I can only take 3 in additional to myself. The other thing that we're going to do, the last episode we went into Raphael's House of Hope. I have not long rested since then, because I don't want to lose all of the buffs that we were able to gain while we were at the House of Hope, namely the Hero's Feast and the various death wards that Shadowheart was able to cast upon us, not to mention the bajillion summons that Gale is rocking right now. All that to say is we have been hoarding these potions of angelic slumbers for quite some time. Essentially, it's a long rest in a bottle. Penelope has expended a number of spell slots here, and I think now would be the opportune time to go ahead and pop one of these. So we're going to do that right here and now to get all of those back. So there we go. We're also going to have Gale probably take one as well, so that he goes into the fight with maximum resources. So let's go on over to Gale right here. As you can see, he's got, what was that, 6 spell slots or so, and the arcane recovery would not necessarily cover what he would need to be fully back on board. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're rolling with. We'll let him get his beauty sleep. And, yeah, I'm very sad to say goodbye to camp for the final time, but we got to take care of business, right?
Can't slow down.
So here we go. We're going to fast travel over to Baldur's Gate itself. And what I'm really interested to know is how exactly we're going to take advantage of our non-companion allies. So one of the primary quests that has sort of been at the forefront of a lot of our episodes has been gathering allies. So, for example, the guild who Minsk had some dealings with, they have promised to help us out. Yurgir, the demon that we freed in the House of Hope, he has promised to help out in the final fight. Volo even has promised to pitch in his own very special way, I'm sure. I could go on and on. There's actually quite a decent list. Yurgir, Valeria, Barkus, Ravengard, the Gur, Roland, the Guild, Floric, Isabel, Daemalin, the Strange Ox, Hausen, and Volo. So, quite a few allies. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to be implemented, but I'm I can't wait to find out. So now that all of us are here, all like 15 of us or however many we have with all the summons, this is where we need to go. This, ordinary looking manhole. Apparently, contains one of the greatest existential threats to Baldur's Gate, at the very least, if not the Sword Coast as a whole.
It isn't the smell that bothers me. It's the inefficiency. An entire underground wasted on waste that could simply be teleported to wild space.
Okay. So, oh, apparently it's just down here. Okay. So where do we need to go? Interesting. The Elder Brain is all the way up yonder. So, if we were to fast travel to the Temple of Baal point, I suppose that's where we would need to head to next. I didn't realize it was all the way under here. So we're going to have to do a little bit of creative navigation to figure out where we need to go. So we need to go all the way to the top of these stairs, I suppose, right? No, not that way. This way. Interesting. So this whole time with the Temple of Baal, and we didn't realize exactly how close we were to our primary objective. Just right up yonder here. Through this little doorway, I suppose. Yeah, I completely missed this whole section of the cave in our initial push into Baal's territory, but I suppose we had different things on our mind at the time, so maybe it's understandable. Oh, and here comes the autosave, so you know it's serious. Alright.
Fiends. They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place.
A cranium rat. That is not something...
Beware. A solitary rat may be trivial, but a swarm is dangerous.
Yeah, I can handle a few rats.
I need a quick word.
Let's chat with them. I didn't have it on my bingo card for today, is what I wanted to say. Ooh, a severed torso, a severed arm. Let's chat with them. Okay. We're okay so far. Evading the Elder Brain. The Emperor, as interrogated by Gortash, Part 3. When we captured you, you were a rogue, an autonomous illithid beyond the power of the Elder Brain that transformed you. That is correct. When we brought you back into the psionic ambit of our hovering friend the Absolute, your defenses were overwhelmed, and you returned to your former servile state. Also correct. How did you escape the control of the Elder Brain in the first place? In my original humanoid form, I possessed an exceptionally strong personality. So much so that even after seromorphosis I was still substantially myself. Of course I concealed this beneath a semblance of perfect servitude. And that's why the Elder Brain was willing to send you out of the colony on scouting missions. Yes, as I told you before. How long did you feign mental slavery before you were able to escape? 13 3/4 years. Until you were given a mission to Baldur's Gate, distant enough to be out of the Elder Brain's control. That is correct. Remarkable. That is correct. And you don't mind that we've brought you back under psionic control. I am entirely devoted to the needs of our Elder Brains and of its masters. You're not lying about that, correct, right? You're not lying about that, right? Correct. That would be impossible. And, yeah, he was totally telling the truth. Definitely had no cause for worry. So, we're going to hop on this boat, and I imagine this is it. There is no turning back. We are crossing the Rubicon.
Pristine darkness in every direction. Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through.
Boy, am I nervous. But I mean, we've been pretty handily dealing with a lot of the endgame threats with Gortash and Orin and Raphael, so I'm pretty confident. Not to mention all of the help with the summons. Well, at least we're going to be reasonably clean. We're going to look our best.
An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
Moving in.
Okay. I mean, we'll take the gold for all the good that it'll do us, right? Inventory report. Goods delivered upstairs. Terrazul, 6 pouches. Dreamist, 14 vials. Wyvern Toxin, 2 bottles. G-Cube Lube, 2 double bottles. Basilisk Oil, 3 bottles. Spectator Eye, 1. Negotiations. The talks with those 3 are going nowhere. I don't know what they want, but I'm close to just cutting contact. No good comes from negotiating with the deranged. I assume that has something to do with maybe like the Zentarim? Not sure. Ooh, potions of supreme healing. Yeah, they're really loading us up here. Oh, hello.
Preparing, calculating, evolving.
Alright, we really got to get a move on, I guess.
Anything is done before. It's unimaginable.
Can I jump across? I can't. But let's go ahead and have Lae'zel maybe jump over there real quick. Just see if there's anything useful that we can pick up. Bunch of empty crates. People are failing survival checks left and right. Unfortunately. Alright, apparently there was something buried here, but it will have to remain buried because we failed all of our survival checks. Too bad. But onward we must press. A bunch of headless corpses, which means we can't cast Speak with Dead. Unfortunately. Let's see, is it... Which way should we go? I guess we'll scout out both ways, just in case.
Controlled. Crowned.
I guess all these headless corpses had their minds popped. Because they couldn't handle the psychic effects.
Something good here, I hope. What's inside?
Alright, not a whole lot of good usable stuff in this area. More gold, but again, I'm not 100% sure why we would need gold. Psychic resistance, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Take all of whatever you have here. The Stelia Drycelis. Oh, that's probably the L that was referred to in that that letter that we saw. Doralius is teddy bear. Oh. That's cute. We'll give him a good home. We'll give him a good home. Okay. So back this way. Back the way we came. So I'm sure this was like a smuggling operation that was kind of just taken over by the Dead Three and the Elder Brain as kind of a ideal base of operations.
Spot for an ambush.
Oh, spot for an ambush, huh? Okay. Are all our summons with us? I guess so. Okay. So where's the ambush happening? Oh! In there. Okay. Got it. A bunch of intellect devourers. I mean, they're all level 1 enemies. An intellect glutton, that's a new one. Fit to burst. When it dies, it bursts into a morphic brightness explosion. A ton of acid damage. Man, Lae'zel never rolls in the order that I want her to. Actually, where even is she right now? Oh, Lae'zel, you goose. What are you doing back here? Okay. The two of you guys. I was like, that's why I paused for like a half second before I initiated, or after combat was initiated, because I was like, I don't feel like all of our people are here. Okay. Well, we certainly don't want to do combat without Lae'zel participating. Alright, they rolled initiative right there. Oh, there we go. Lae'zel is, yeah, still pretty much towards the end. That's cool. Now, this Intellect Devourer, they don't have the same concern about the explosion. So why don't we go and use our Cambion's Rays of Fire to try to take them down. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's okay. What else do we have in the way of ranged attacks? This Ice Mephit, maybe? Oh, there are people right here in the middle of us. There's another Ice Glutton down there as well. We'll throw a Chromatic Orb here. Cool. That killed everybody around here. So there's only one other Glutton down here that we gotta be aware of. The other Intellect Devourers here I'm not too fussed about. Let's go ahead and get this guy off our backs. There we are. And come over here to try to get into their threatened range. Penelope... Maybe even like an arrow of roaring thunder to try to knock them into the brink. Let's do that. They saved, unfortunately, but they're pretty hurt. So I should be able to... I will take one opportunity attack. Unless I can throw it from where I am. I don't know if I can. Hang on. I'm going to fly up here. Didn't take an opportunity attack. Hurl the tridents. Here. There we go. Cool. So basically all of our AoE damage, or all of their AoE damage, is accounted for, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's work on this guy. Critical miss. Love it. Okay. Bunch of the level 1 guys are going to do their thing. Claws. Not too worried about that. We can heal up if we need to. Plus, they're a bunch of level 1 mooks, so it's whatever, you know. All right. Really glad we have Wyll here for our triple spicy Eldritch Blast. There we go. They actually have got enough health to survive the Eldritch Blasting, but that's totally fine. Let's get up here to their threatened area. The rest of them down here are going to come up and do their thing. Not too worried about them. Critical miss, but they're prone, so that's nice. Okay, Lae'zel finally gets to go.
No time to waste.
She's probably just going to have to take a few shots to really make it count. No, that's fine. Attack again. Alright, they are out, and then attack this one here. Executioner. Once per long rest, when you kill a creature, your next attack roll will be a critical hit. No, we'll save that. I'd rather have her do a crit for something more impactful than a bunch of level 1 intellect devourers, you know? Oh, and Gale, sure. Whoa. What happened here? Oh, they're continuing to spawn more. As would be suggested by the creepy brain saying more. Well, that's not very cash money of them, so they get to... Oh, boy. Well, that's not cool. They get to have a bunch of free turns, and I didn't even know that they were here. Okay. Alright. Well, now my whole strategy of getting rid of the ones that do the bursting, that's kind of gone down the tubes. Oh well. We'll just do a normal attack on... I don't know, this guy here. There we go, they're gone. The Cambion will use the Rays of Fire. Who best to go after? Probably... How many intellect gluttons are left? Just one, I guess, right? One of my mephits is toast, unfortunately. Alright, we'll do 2 here, and then maybe like, I don't know, 1 here. Critical miss on that one. Okay, but that guy's dead. Let's back away from that guy. And, we'll just do a normal, like, vicious mockery on them. Oh, yeah, right here.
Shall I compare to a sow's bark?
And then a normal attack here. Critical miss. Cool. Zombie. Can you make it over here? Not really. We'll just do frightened condition. Maybe on... well, they already have disadvantage. Do it on this guy. And we'll come over here. Saved from the ice. Alright, the other intellect devourers are going to take their turns. We might have some healing up to do for our summons. Once this is over... Now, keep in mind, a lot of these summons still have Death Ward on them from when we were in Raphael's House of Hope. So meaning that when they die, they get to bounce back up at 1 hit point. We'll do 2 hits there and then 1 hit here. That guy's still alive. Great. Alright. Keep doing your thing, King. We'll toss ice at that guy. He's gonna explode, but the water Myrmidon is actually A-okay. Good to see.
Fury, I am death.
Alright. Lae'zel is gonna keep coming in. She was grievously out of position. Okay, they're dead. They are dead. Who is left? Oh, this one here. Okay. Alright, they're just about toast. Gale, if you would like to do the honors, we'll do a Ray of Frost on them just to switch it up a little. There we are.
Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
Yeah, honestly, not too difficult with the absolute army that we have assembled here. Give me like a few minutes just to collect all these random Intellect Devourer brains and then maybe try to heal up our summons as best we can, and then we will move forward. Okay, team. Gang is all here. Let's check out this suspiciously locked door. We do have Gale to cast knock in lieu of an actual lockpicking expert if we need it, but we seem to be doing okay. Ooh, Potion of Angelic Reprieve. Very nice. Hastily written note. I'm sorry, Listelius. I held them off as long as I could. That thing, it's been digging into my mind like a burning wick and melting a candle. Its voice cuts through my eardrums and into my spine. The others. What was done to them, I can't face it. You fought so hard to chisel our place into Baldur's Gate. Please, forgive me for not being as strong. Get out of here, for me, Droralius. It's very tragic.
Best be on my way.
So I assume they were, the story here essentially would be that they were smugglers working for the Zentarim or the Guild or somebody like that, and then with the Elder Brain taking over, obviously their operation would have been seriously stymied. What with the psychic manipulation and everything. as we can see. Yikes. Let's get as close as we can, I guess. But we are in a world of hurt right about now.
Deathly silence. The air is stale and putrid.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
Woof.
You
Okay.
think you know why you are here? You think that by killing the Chosen and taking the Netherstones, you can destroy me? You are wrong.
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
Huh. Muster the full might of your physical form, throw it into breaking through the brain's defenses. It's not going to go very well. Your mind is yours to command. Block out all possibility of failure and compel the brain to submit. Or, you have survived this far. Trust yourself and dominate the brain. Well, from a numerical standpoint, we have the best chance on a Constitution saving throw. A DC 20, though. No guidance. I don't think this is going to end well, and I don't really want to use our last inspiration on this. So we're going to have to fight it,
By
I assume.
eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
I'm trying. The crown is an unmissable target. Set it in your sights and trust that you will strike true. That's a +6. A first attempt is just that. Iteration is key. Aim for the crown and try again. Or, nothing is immune to influence. Determine to master the brain. I mean, we are charisma-based. It's a DC 25, though. Maybe we'll throw a lucky on this, just in case. The +7, so we need to roll an 18 or a 19. Cool. Oh, so close. A 22. Still no luck.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. I needed the crown to build an army. I needed the Chosen to bring it to me. They would not have surrendered it freely, so I gave them what they wanted. Power. Just enough that they would play their part in my design. Their part has ended. The next orders will be mine.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
I'm working on it. You are strong, you are mighty. Constitution, intelligence. I'll try Constitution, but a DC 30, I've got no chance. Is this it? It's not connecting.
And you had your role to play too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the astral prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Oh, interesting. So
Part of its plan.
it was deliberate.
I only needed one netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
No! We have to stop this!
This is my last chance. I mean, it has to be charisma. +7. That's the best I can do here. Right? DC 99? Pardon me? So I would need to roll a natural 20. That's not happening. Oh, thank you, Emperor.
This is not over.
Woof. Well, I don't like the look of this. Yikes. I wonder what would have happened if we had actually passed the checks. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate.
I pulled you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an elder brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. A nether brain.
Yeah, so what happened to all of the failures that I had with the stones?
I thought so too. But that was when I believed it was still an elder brain. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
I mean, okay, sure. So what do you want to do? Oh, we're gonna... Okay. We're gonna have to do this whole thing where we have to jump down all the way down here. Oh, and all of our summons are dead too. That really sucks. And all of our, none of our death wards are valid anymore. All of that stuff is just totally gone. It's totally gone now. That really sucks.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you.
I beg your
You
pardon.
can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
Oh, you want to eat him?
Assimilate him. Skvar! No! Now is the time to liberate him! Do not stand against me.
What do you mean exactly by assimilating?
I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain.
So you would kill him. He is Gith's heir. You'd be the githyanki people's betrayer. You'd be my betrayer.
Yeah, she wouldn't like that very
I realize
much.
he is of some significance to you, but he is of even more value to our cause.
Oh man. Boy, this is a big decision. Do we side with the Emperor or do we side with Orpheus? I mean, the fact is that the Emperor, he is very manipulative. He has saved us in the past, but kind of similar to the Netherbrain. I feel like he has really been just kind of maneuvering everything to his own purpose. What if we freed Orpheus?
You still don't trust me. After all we've been through.
I mean, I do
Remember,
trust you, but...
I have been your salvation from the very beginning. Your knight in shining armor.
Yeah, I know.
I freed you from the Nautiloid. Prevented you from crashing to your death. I have protected you ever since. At no small cost to myself. I came to you as a leader, but I did not shy away from showing you vulnerability. I needed you as much as you needed me. I was not above recognizing this.
Yeah.
When you discovered my true identity, I did not flinch from the truth. I never lied to you, not once. I am just like you. We have the same enemy, the same story. I encouraged you to fulfill your potential, all while protecting you from harm. Now I ask you for the last time to trust me. Release the Netherstones to me.
Do not forget, there's a card yet to come into play. The orb.
True.
If we do not want to surrender the stones, we could still use it to ensure the brain's destruction. Along with my own, of course.
This is a risk we cannot take. Your hubris drives you even now. You failed before. I cannot trust that you will not fail again. You must trust me. Hand me the stones.
I mean, you have been very manipulative. Even though you have protected me, that's true. I still can't shake the feeling that you've been doing it to your own ends.
It is true that I withheld reality. I showed Orpheus and his guards as evil beings. And I appeared to you in the form of someone you would trust. Someone who wasn't a mind flayer. But I am a mind flayer. Illusion is my language, just as words and actions are yours. Do not judge me for being true to myself. I have never judged you.
That's true. Oh, man. This is a really, really tough decision. On a certain point, he's very valid in everything that he said. He has protected us. He has given us the master plan to defeat the brain. But I also don't know how I feel about, like, removing the Gith people's leader and potential savior, you know, to be used as kind of a pawn in this. I can't shake the feeling that we went through all of that trauma in hell, in the 9 hells, you know, to get the Orphic hammer and to use it for a reason. I think there was a very good reason for it. So I think, as much as it kind of pains me, because I do feel a connection with the Emperor on a certain level, I think we need to free Orpheus.
I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Even united, the Netherbrain was going to be an impossible enemy. But apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me.
So we're gonna have to fight.
You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
Wait, what? I beg your pardon? That's not what I had in mind. Oh, I thought we were just gonna fight it out here. I didn't know.
Doubt we'll get much in the way of gratitude.
Whoa.
Only one way to find out.
Okay. Lae'zel, I hope you know
The day is gone. Our mission is set.
I hope you know what I've given up to
Smash the crystals with the hammer
help
and
you.
free the Prince of the Comet. Gith's beloved son will lead us to a sure victory against the Netherbrain.
Oh man, I don't feel great about that. Hopefully that was the right decision.
His eyes are unseeing, his voice silenced. But even with his mind caged, you can feel his power.
Okay. Lae'zel, would you like to do the honors? So let's go ahead and switch out her silver sword for the hammer, I guess. How do I... Oh, I've got to attack these crystals. Okay. That's one. And this one as well.
Alright, what now?
Let's hope we don't come to regret this.
githyanki prince takes his blade, a silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You freak of Illithid. You stole an unborn hatchling from my people. And you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies.
Okay, he
Your
is
Majesty,
actually reasonable.
The Prince of the Comet, Gith's true heir. It is an honor.
Do not patronize me. You rejected the Illithid when it no longer suited your needs. No doubt you freed me because it suits you now. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers.
Look, I had no choice. Without your powers, I would have died.
That is true. And it would have been the honorable outcome for one destined to become Gake. You had
see
the
it that way.
opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end.
Right.
They would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made.
Look, while we bicker that at Netherbrain is executing the grand design, the past is in the past.
In this, we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Gake was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
Huh. Oh, we actually need a mind flayer. Whoa. I don't really want to become one. Can you do that? I mean, that would be kind of a noble sacrifice.
Just as I was free, I will do it. I will become Illithid. I will sacrifice my soul for my people. I will end the grand design.
My prince, you cannot. This is not your burden to bear.
I mean, I think he's the perfect person for this, to be honest.
The Netherbrain will be only too pleased to claim me.
My prince, no!
Even in my darkest hours, I knew it was my destiny to save my people. I could never have imagined this would be the way. Githka Tavkim crashed.
All to wield these. Let us seek out the Netherbrain and finish this. Once the grand design is ended, kill me. It is the very least you can do.
Okay.
Come.
Yeah.
It's time for us to meet our fate.
I think I can promise that.
This Illithid nightmare.
Wow. Okay, well, let's go ahead and grab that. This, alchemical component. There's a few of them here that we maybe want to snag. Boy, a lot happened there. So the Emperor is no longer on our side. He was just so willing to switch sides at the drop of a hat. not willing to listen to reason whatsoever. It's a shame. Like, I kind of liked the Emperor. You know, like, obviously he was manipulative, he was self-serving, but I couldn't help but just also kind of like him a little bit as well. So it's a shame that he is not going to be on our side from here on out. But, I still think we did the right thing in freeing Orpheus. And we've made our bed, so it's time to lie in it.